Hi, Water.
Hello.
You have a Warframe that you've been extra excited about. Do you want to show it off?
You know
No,
what?
hang up.
No. See ya. Yeah. Why not? It's not the craziest. It's not the craziest frame, but it's
You
my
were
frame,
extra
and I
excited
love
to
it.
show me this. You've been singing its praises, so I'm excited for you to show it off.
It looks so cool. You need to send me an invite, by the way.
Oh, that would probably help. I know how this
Yeah.
game works.
You actually do look pretty dope.
Right?
Yeah.
And the I found this
I'm loving.
helmet in my inventory. I just found it there.
I'm liking the wings. It kind of is very on form of like your character, because obviously you are the master of magnetism, so everything will start to gravitate around you.
Oh, because her name is. That makes sense.
You're an idiot. The fact that you didn't even realize that. Jesus Christ.
Now it's all adding up, but we're not here for me.
Now it all makes sense.
As amazing and beautiful as I look, we're here for you. So, tell me a little bit about your frame. Give me like some of the lore about your frame, if you know it. Why you like it so much, some of your key abilities.
The lore of Frost, I actually do not know.
What?
I was so absorbed with some of the other frames, because there are frames out there which defy the laws of nature and technically shouldn't exist. Yeah, I just didn't really look up the lore of him. I've had Frost for such a long time, and he's one of the early frames that you kind of get or can build, and I find him to be one of the coolest as well.
He looks very, very clean.
Oh, he's dope as shit. Like, obviously my theming is green, and I kind of call him the Emerald Prince because of it.
That's
Because he kind of got the crown on his head, the
You're
shoulder pads
adorable.
make him look very noble. Shut up, okay? But you know, I've had Frost for the longest time, and then it's only as of recent that when I was kind of making builds of him, I just really enjoy playing with him. He makes playing with him a lot easier, because like he's got a lot of defensive capabilities. If you kind of mod him correctly, his 4 can be really good for like damaging a lot of enemy players, because it will strip their shields and then you can hit them with crits. So immediately, just if you're doing high level steel path missions, he is my go-to frame to be. There's more fun ones, so like Zaku's a lot of fun. I've recently been enjoying Gear or Gaia. She's been a ton of fun as well, but every now and again, if I actually need to do like proper damage, I'll always end up coming back to him.
Would you say that he's like a tank type of character?
Yeah, kind of. With his 4th ability, going back to it once again, whenever I strip the shields of enemies, it comes back to me and my allies as armor. So if as long as I have energy and I can keep on spamming it, I can just keep on increasing my armor over and over and over and over and over, and at some point I would just become untouchable.
Okay, let's go over the look first. Jeez, I adore how clean you made him, and I do see the nobility of his stature.
He's great. I love him. He's like, there's something about the shoulder pads that just really add to the look, because I've had other shoulder pads in the past which have complemented him in a way, but it doesn't really like give him that cool enough look. But then when it came to this, it was just it suited him the best, and it really matches well with his helmet.
Do you know how much you spent on him?
Nope, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to tell.
Should I do the numbers again?
No, you don't need to. It costs money. Luckily with this one, I didn't actually have to spend a lot of money IRL, just because I had some plat that I made from selling prime parts and just trading them.
You definitely just spent $10 on the shoulder armor and the skin alone.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
But everything else, okay, so you're trading, which I still haven't like really delved into yet.
Honestly, trading's probably one of the funner parts of it. Like, a lot of people would relic farm, because obviously whenever you play the game, you will just naturally get relics as rewards from the missions, and then you can just grind those missions out, and they're usually a lot of fun to do. And then if you ever pick up some pieces that you don't need, you can either sell them or you can save them for another time you want to build something else.
I'm on your mods now. You've maxed out like all of them. Oh, except for this red one. The Archon Flow.
The middle right where it's, so Icy Avalanche, Freeze Force, and Biting Frost are all frost specific mods. You get them from your specific syndicate. So when you get to a certain reputation, I think when you max out reputations, you can get mods specific to your frame that just give a little extra kick to whatever your Warframe does, which is great. So with these mods, it makes it so that I get the Overguard. So this is what gives me the armor. Ice Avalanche is what gives me the armor whenever I freeze anybody. The Freeze Force just allows me to do additional cold damage. And then Biting Frost just I gain just an increased crit chance. So whenever they're frozen, that's when I can do extra damage to them.
Oh, that's really nice then. So it's it's making sure that like your enemies ain't going anywhere when you're about to like punish them.
It makes sure that when they get hit, they stay down, and it's beautiful. Yeah, Archon Flow is one of the only few mods that I don't really have maxed out, just because it's very endo heavy. So Archon gives me increases my chances of dropping energy orbs whenever I kill enemies with cold abilities. I do have some mods that kind of give me a bit of a downside, but then the benefits for them are even greater. So Overextended and Blind Rage, if you hover over them, Overextended gives me additional range but weakens my ability strength. But then Blind Rage counters that by giving me ability strength but decreases my efficiency, which, by the way, fucking sucks. So you'll see that my efficiency is 55%. It means it costs more for me to use my abilities than it would if it was at 100. So I am the most inefficient motherfucker out here. It costs a lot. I'm expensive.
Rightly so.
Yeah. Damn right.
Shit.
But
is there any way to counter this?
Yes, you can. There are mods that have that add efficiency to it, but then you're kind of just playing mix and match to swap pieces around.
Okay.
So it's like, okay,
it's a delicate balance of everything.
Yeah, but I do have a counterbalance for that, which is where equilibrium comes in. So whenever I kill an enemy, if they drop health orbs, it gives me energy, and if they drop energy orbs, it gives me health. So
that's nice.
It's a nice little counterbalance, so that no matter like who I kill or what drops from them, I'm getting energy regardless. So that helps. So you're
making up for the use of that energy by, like, with your strength, basically.
Yeah, I can probably do better with the builds. This is just like a test one. I kind of like I said, it's all mix and match.
Yeah.
If I want to get rid of something, or if I want to increase my range, then I can swap pieces out and add pieces in.
It's like a giant puzzle. You have to figure out like what mods work best with which. And like you even did it a little bit with like the overextending and the blind rage, and equilibrium is like, yes, overextending hurts, but blinding is making up for it, kinda, and equilibrium is sort of balancing it out. So I get it. Yeah.
This is what I mean when it comes to like modding is everything in this game, because you can have, if I wanted to, I could say fuck it, I can increase my range significantly and leave everything else at 100%. And then whenever I'm out, I can just hit enemies from far away, or create like the biggest ice shields from a distance, and it will just get anyone and everyone. Or if I wanted to just make myself a glass cannon, I can just put everything into strength, so that whenever I use any of my abilities, they just do copious amounts of damage. It's just sort of good to have these mods in place.
Gotcha. What about weapons?
In terms of weapons, so
can you show me those?
Yeah. If ever I'm doing Steel Path, the weapon I always use, my Assaultra Prime. This has become a really popular weapon as of recent, purely just because it does a lot of damage. It's like a miniature fully automatic missile launcher.
Jeez.
And depending on, yeah, and it's great. I think with this gun, it has high crit chances anyways. And then with the mods that I have with it, I can increase it even more. So it gives me even higher damage, which is brilliant.
Yeah, I love it. That's like your main go-to, like your primary with your frost.
Yeah, if I'm doing still path, I will use this one. I have other guns as well. This one just seems to do the most damage without much kickback, because I have other guns that will also do equal amounts of damage, if not more. But then the downsides for them is either like they take a long time to get to that point, or it's a bow, so it takes a long time to kind of draw it back.
Yeah.
Or the rate of fire is not that great. This one just kind of seems like a good universal weapon.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
Plus it looks beautiful. Like the lines of it and everything is very clean with the look of your character.
Yeah, like the Assaultra Prime is Gorse's main weapon, so it's built to look streamlined and to go along with its aerodynamic speed. My secondary weapon, which I just linked in the chat, is the Latum. This is an Incarnon weapon. An Incarnon weapon is a weapon from the void, and it's one of the few weapons that when you've built it up, it has an alternate form. It has an Incarnon form, which changes the entire look of the weapon.
Oh.
Yes. So this gun is a sidearm. It's a pistol, but its Incarnon form turns it into a submachine gun. So whenever I hit it with headshots or anything like that, it will build up its Incarnon form, and then I can transform it and turn it into its I can turn it into its Incarnon form, basically.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Damn.
When you get to the void, I will show you all about it.
Before we wrap this up, did you want to do a mission showing off your frame? Like you can show off your abilities and your weapons and stuff?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We'll do defense mission because this is probably the best way that shows off Frost. I will just say this, keep an eye on the minimap.
Okay. Why?
You will see. Defense missions are great just because this mission specifically really helps level up a lot of frames. Okay, you see how there's a lot of enemies on the minimap?
Yeah.
Thank God.
You're like, and we're done. We're good here.
Yeah. But this is what I mean by like Frost's fourth ability really does a lot of damage.
You said your this is really expensive to use though. So are you gonna be able to hold off these abilities for a long time, or?
Yeah, your operator has abilities of its own, and the ability that I have with my operator is that when I use my first, I can get my energy back slowly but surely with him.
You treat these enemies like minor annoyances.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. They can't hit us, or if they do come in here, they get slowed, and then if they do get close, get out.
Oh, that is so sick. I love this.
Yeah, it's great. So if you come out the bubble, you'll see how big it is thanks to its range.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this is just your knowledge with the combos too. Something I still have yet to master.
With enemies this weak, it essentially two taps them. But yeah, he's a good defensive Warframe. If you look at your top right, you'll see that you have additional armor.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The blue number is what you get from whenever I use my 4, and then it will go up every time I kill an enemy with my 4th ability. So we have 37,000 armor right now.
Well, so he's kind of a support too, not just a tank.
I'll quickly show you the Incarnon form for my Latum as well. So you see that my gun can fire, just works like an ordinary pistol.
Yeah.
This is the Incarnon form.
Oh, I love. Oh.
This thing is like the second strongest weapon I own.
I was gonna say, you're demolishing everything, and in style.
Yeah. Luckily with the Incarnate forms, you don't have to reload. It all just comes off the however much energy you can stack up getting headshots off your opponents. So when the bar fills up, I think you're giving like 500 bullets. Me knowing how to bullet jump and maneuver about. See, when you learn how to bullet jump and you know how to move, it just becomes so easy to do things.
I've gotten a lot better at it.
She says as I saw her running like a Fortnite character.
I wish I had my VODs from when I first started playing, because the improvement I made in a matter of days is incredible. Okay, I think I have asked you all of my questions. Did you have anything you wanted to add to it?
Yeah, I will try to learn the lore of Frost and I'll come back to you another day, because it would be kind of cool to do some videos where I could do like a quick rundown of the lore of some of these characters.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any tips for someone who's trying to play Frost?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry, what was that?
Do you have any tips for someone who's trying to learn Frost?
He's great in like if you're ever in missions and you're kind of getting overwhelmed, he's great as a sort of getaway frame, purely just because no matter how strong the enemies are, your first, your third, your fourth, but you can always slow the enemies down or freeze them to kind of get away from places. Even though he's been like a frame from early days, he has a lot of potential to kind of do a lot of stuff.
Oh, so
have fun with it.
He's an older frame. I didn't know that.
He's a much older frame. Yeah, Frost has been around for ages.
Jeez, so like an OG one. I mean, if
yeah,
it's not broken, don't fix it, right?
Exactly. So you don't really need to do much with him. But he's great. He's very versatile. You can customize and do a lot with him. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun with him.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm going to call it here because we said this was going to be a shorter video and I've recorded for an hour.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah. Remember how we were like, oh, these are going to be like maybe 5-minute videos.
You can cut it down, it's fine.
Oh, thanks. I get to edit it all out.
But you're welcome.
Thank you so much for sharing Frost with me, because I know he holds a very dear place in your heart. And yeah, I want to open this up to the rest of the community. So once a week, I'm going to grab someone from the community. And if you want to join me, you're more than welcome to, because I think it'd be fun for both of us to get our perspective on it. Someone who's never seen anything like this, and you who are a little bit more familiar. And we can go through sort of a rundown of their frame.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. Give me 1 second. And that's going to do it for me. If you wanted to show off your Warframe, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy modded, it's just something that you're proud of. Like, I've been playing this game for maybe 50 hours, and I am so incredibly proud of my frame. So if you wanted to show off anything, feel free to @ me in any of my socials, join the Discord, join the stream. I'm going to be choosing one random person a week to showcase their Warframe, and we'll do a deep dive into it. So thank you guys so much for joining in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.